Talk football on your number one soccer show on radio, Sapientia Fan Zone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I sent out something on social media yesterday that people should tell us what to talk about today on Fans on that. If there's anybody in the world of football they want us to profile, if they want to listen to any stats, any records, or any questions they have that they want Hugeman to answer today on the show. I did that on my personal social media handle on my Facebook page. And I got a lot of replies. First of all, let me address the Chelsea fan that sent a message yesterday. Not a message, sorry. The guy that called on the phone and said that Chelsea bought, was it Timo Werner or Hakim Ziyech from the Bundesliga and, Kai Havertz or whoever. And it was a player transfer. You know, that got Chelsea another player that they sent on loan. And I said I was going to get back to him because I wanted to figure it out before, because I won't say what I don't know. That's one thing you should be sure of. I will not say what I don't know on Fan Zone. You know, so I tried to figure it out. It was difficult, but thank God, another Chelsea fan sent me a name. He said, "Hugeman, this guy might be talking about Malang Sarr." But then Malang Sarr was not bought from the Bundesliga, and there was no player transfer. In fact, Chelsea bought him as a free agent. Malang Sarr, the 21-year-old boy that Chelsea sent on loan to FC Porto. Yeah, exactly. Chelsea did that kind of transfer. If Malang Sarr, guy, if you're listening, the guy that asked the question yesterday on the show, if you're listening, if Malang Sarr is a player you were talking about yesterday, then yes, he's a Chelsea player. He's just 21 years old. He signed for Nice, a club called Nice. We call it Nice, the French League One club that's spelled Nice. You know, last time I called that club Nice here on Fan Zone, somebody called me from a Nigerian who lives in France. He listened to the show and he said, no, Hugeman, that the letter I is pronounced E. You know, in most of the words in French. You know, I'm not French. I'm not also French, but you know, when people like, I remember when I used to call Tottenham, because it's spelled Tottenham, for heaven's sake. And then somebody called and said, oh, that he's lived in North London since Nnamdi Azikiwe was born. That it's not called Tottenham, it's called Tottenham. I started calling Tottenham. Another person called and said, oh no, that there's nothing like Tottenham. That the E is not silent. That he too has had lived in North London since Herbert Macaulay was born and things like that. You know, it becomes very difficult to pronounce this thing. But then, bottom line is that club named Nice in France. We call it Nice here, but they said it's Nice there in France. That was where Malang Sarr came from. He signed for them when he was young, between 16 and 17. Was there for 4 years. You know, and then they released him. So Chelsea signed him as a free agent, paid little or nothing to get him on board, and then sent him out on loan immediately to FC Porto. In fact, this season alone, he has played 4 out of FC Porto's 6 games in the Champions League. You know, and in fact, their last game, I think it was yesterday, right? Today's what, Thursday? Yeah, yesterday, he came from the bench around the 70th minute. You know, that their Champions League game. So if this guy you're talking about, yes, there's a player like that Chelsea sent on loan. And then when you talk about Chelsea players on loan, Chelsea have more players on loan than any other club in the Premier League, because they have the most functional youth system. You know, for a while now, since Abramovich took over. You know, yes, most of them don't graduate. They don't end up graduating to the first team. You know, big shout out to Frank Lampard, who is actually using a lot of Chelsea young players, you know, people that came up the ranks in the Chelsea academy right now in the team. You know, but before now, Chelsea will groom and keep sending people on loan and all that. So, Malang Sarr, I cut long story short, he's only a Chelsea player and he's playing for FC Porto. If he's not the one, the guy that asked the question yesterday, if he's not the one you were referring to, just look for the person's name and I'll tell you the person's story. All right, I went from there, ladies and gentlemen. Big shout out to Real Madrid. Remember yesterday, we were talking about Real Madrid You know, not qualifying for the round of 16 in the UEFA Champions League this season. Why? They were on the verge of losing out entirely. In fact, they started yesterday's game against Borussia Mönchengladbach at the Santiago Bernabeu. Third in their group. You know, with Inter Milan last in that group. And we're doing the permutations. Yesterday, if you remember, if this person beats this person fails to lose to this person will finish here, finish there, go down to the UEFA Europa League and all that. You know, and I'm going to tell you the rest of that story because we're going to be celebrating Real Madrid today on the show. Real Madrid, you know, clubs have their nicknames. Man United are the Red Devils. You know, Chelsea, the Blues, no, the pensioners. I don't know if they get both and the pension. You know, and Liverpool are the Copperites, Arsenal are the Gunners, you know, something like that. For Real Madrid, their names are endless. They are called the Whites, that's Los Blancos. They are called the Los Merengues, that's the Merengues. They are called the Vikings, or you call them the Los Vikingos, but it just means the Vikings. And then you can call them the Los Casablanca. You know, their names are endless. They are the biggest in Europe. We're going to celebrate them in a bit. You know, but let me address a few questions fans asked me on the show here from yesterday. Can I see the questions? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me put it together.
Huge man. Huge man.
Thank you so much. I'm back. All right, I said I was going to be addressing a few questions fans sent yesterday. Some people sent yesterday when I asked them what they want to hear on Sapientia fans on today, in addition to what we have already on our hands today. So many people sent so many things. A lot of people, I know a lot of them are listening right now. A lot of people said it, man, complete the Frank Lampard story. You know, because remember yesterday I did something on Frank Lampard. I love to talk about him from time to time. he's a super human being, especially in his days as a footballer. So I had to cut it short because of time yesterday. So a lot of people said, no, go back, complete this story, talk about Lampard. Chelsea fans will always prevail here on the show. But honestly, I think we should hang on that. Let's wait till the end of the season. But somebody else sent them and said, man, don't worry. Wait till the end of the season to talk about the Lampard story, to complete the Lampard story here on the show. Because he must give us more things to talk about before the end of the show. Chelsea are on a high right now, playing very good football, winning games, doing very well at the top of the Premier League table. They can go all the way this season. So he said, if you do it right now, you may see yourself doing it again at the end of the season, and then you'll be repeating yourself. So let's wait. John is a year late, including the people that said I should talk about Captain Steven Gerrard. In fact, somebody said that I should do the Lampard Gerrard special. If you watched football in the turn of the millennium, the early 2000s, from around 2003 down to when both of them retired, the Lampard Gerrard argument. In fact, I will call it the biggest argument in Premier League before Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi came and took over everything. In the Premier League. In fact, from 2002 till Ronaldo and Messi spoiled everything, because those guys spoiled everything. The biggest arguments in the Premier League were Lampard versus Gerrard, and Thierry Henry versus Ruud van Nistelrooy. Just that. But that Lampard Gerrard argument was the biggest argument in Premier League history. I call them the two midfield generals. Very, very aggressive human beings. Yeah, they look very calm and innocent. Before the game starts, that's in their pre-match conference and post-match conference, they look like when the chips are down, they Messi got Pegodumpe. I don't know how else to put it. These guys are fighters. Very mean fighters. I will never take a day off. I remember Lampard played for a lot of years with injury, around 2 to 3 years. It was Jose Mourinho that talked about it after he left Chelsea. Joined Inter, just before he joined Inter Milan, he was talking about his days at Chelsea and his first stint. It was at that time that he talked about. Yes, it was in the news though, but it was when Jose Mourinho talked about it that it went viral. He said Lampard played with injury for almost 3 years. Week after week after week after week. Lampard, at that time, Lampard said before he starts the game, it pains him, but then once he starts the game, he overcomes the pain. And but the only time he took a day off under Mourinho was, I think that was when his mother passed or something. Something happened. He took just 1 week off and came back and scored that fantastic goal against Everton. Can you remember? Gerrard too. These guys never took any day off, no, at all. They were always there. They played all the games. If they didn't play, they were not fit or they were injured. They were go-getters, obsessed with success and progress. Super successful Englishmen. One of these days, we're going to do a special on the two of them. I wanted to do it today. I had started preparing my notes to do it today. And then I remembered I was still talking about the same Lampard, because you can't talk about Gerrard without talking about Lampard. So we agreed to keep it till the end of the season, But if you guys insist, I'll do it. Another person asked a very funny question. That's a question I said that you guys should give me some time to fish out. Sometimes when you say some things on fan zone, people will be like, it's a lie, huge man is here. Huge man is here. And make men, ndo twa ichigolozo. But then you say some things on fan zone, it sounds as if you're making it up. Somebody sent a message. A lot of people send this message. The first person that sent it, let me see if I can see his name. Pascal Tiger said, talk about Neymar on the show. So I thought, oh, okay, another person again, what's his name? Ima Boss said, please, sir, tell us about Neymar. So I thought they said I should talk about Neymar because of the fact that they want to know more about Neymar. It was when I read the message from one man called Jad Man. His name is J-A-D Man. He said, please, Mr. Hidman, please talk about Neymar Jr. Why he's so underrated. He personally qualified PSG to the knockout stages. He single-handedly buried Manchester United. And now Istanbul Başakşehir. Remember, the game between PSG and Istanbul Başakşehir was abandoned, suspended because of allegations of racism. I told you that story yesterday between the fourth official and Webo Nwa Cameroon, the assistant manager of Istanbul Başakşehir. After he got the red card and the rest of them, the story, draw your neighbor. Let me know, waste a lot of people's time. So around 13 or 14 minutes into the game was suspended. And it continued yesterday. So the kickoff time yesterday was from that 14th minute. And Neymar scored a hat-trick. Mbappe scored the other 2 goals, right? So after the game, this guy said, please, man, talk about Neymar. He's so underrated. He personally qualified PSG, blah, blah, blah. Buried Man U. Now, he has also buried Istanbul Başakşehir and helped qualify PSG. But still, people talk down on him. Please, man, I want you to talk about this guy on the show tomorrow, today, because he sent it yesterday. I want to know more about the guy and how he became a big player today. If I had started talking about Neymar without reading this thing, some people would be like, okay, for this Papa Mwaduji Webe and a fan zone everybody's time. See, a lot of people do not know who Neymar is. They sent a lot of messages. I just picked a few. Talk about Neymar. Because tell us about Neymar. You think these people know, but they want to know more. No, they don't know. This guy in his message said Neymar is underrated. Underrated by who? See, it's not like these people fell off from another planet, or maybe some of them started watching football from yesterday. We welcome everybody. You see why it's very good to carry a lot of people along. Like yesterday, I did a little thing on Cristiano Ronaldo. Some people were huge man all the time. You're talking about this guy all the time. You're telling us things we already know. A lot of people are maro. Somebody says Neymar today. So we need to carry everybody along. Hallelujah. Amen. So no, can you be? Just give me just 2 minutes. I'm not going to say much, about Neymar. I'll just wanting to, so these guys can be carried along. Oh, God bless you guys. Thank you for your understanding. Guys, so feeling the magic in the air. Awesome time here on Radio Sapientia 95.3 FM. All right, to the guy that asked the question, and indeed anybody out there who probably has not heard about Neymar before or do not know why, after he scored a hat-trick against a Kripota club like Istanbul Başakşehir, people are still underrating him. Let me start by saying that the only 2 guys in the world of football right now you rank ahead of Neymar are Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. They are the only guys. Normally, when a player goes outside Europe's top 4 leagues, forget about the French League 1, that's a Mickey Mouse tournament. The media moment of top 5 league. There's no top 5 league in Europe. It's top 4 leagues in Europe, top 4 leagues. That's the Bundesliga, Italian Serie A, the Spanish La Liga, and the EPL. After French League 1 is no league. As far as not just me, but any good football head is concerned. Because nothing is happening there. All the big players that have gone there, from even David Beckham when he went there, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, you know, and the rest of them. Once you go there, you fall off the grid. You know, you stop making the news. Going there is very much like going to the MLS. The only advantage you have by going there is when you qualify, you know, for the big stages in the Champions League, you get to play some Champions League games. That's the only difference. But then Neymar went there and he's still making the news. You know why? Ranking Ronaldo and Messi ahead of him is down to Ronaldo and Messi's numbers. When you talk about goal involvement, that is goals scored, assists made, you know, moves that led to goals, blah blah blah. Because these guys have crazy numbers. Tell yourself the truth, they have crazy numbers, right? But then when you talk about raw skills, when you talk about raw talent in football, taking on players, dribbling skills, I don't know how to put it right now, you know. Even in Igbo, when you talk about the talent, Chineke goes in mad in football. Neymar will stand up there and be counted against anybody. In fact, when it comes to taking on players, you know, there's this platform on social media that started calculating successful dribbles from, I think, 2010 or 2012. I can't remember. You know, but you can check it. You know, Google gets you all the answers you need right now. Some of you who are internet friendly, you can check. You see so many seasons that Eden Hazard had the most successful dribbles. In fact, when he was at Chelsea, he was having the most successful dribbles. That is one-on-one dribbles in football. From the time those guys started keeping the record, I call it CIES or something. I can't remember the name of that organization in football that started keeping track of successful dribbles. Go and check Neymar's numbers. And I don't need any stat or any organization to tell me when you watch football, Neymar will embarrass you. The problem with Neymar is he is not as disciplined as Ronaldo and Messi. He has a lot of baggages, you know. He has a lot of scandals, a lot of stories outside football. Even in football, he dives a lot. Like in the last World Cup, he dived so much that memes, that's MEME, yeah, meme, when it comes to diving, something like that. That's what these memes are. That's the meaning of meme in Igbo language, because when you say meme, you know, it's spelled meme, something like that. It's on social media a lot. Neymar became a meme, you know, when you talk about fouls and diving. He's not that disciplined, but one-on-one, when he means to play the game, is better than almost everybody in the game right now. That aside, Neymar is the most expensive footballer alive right now. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I already told you. People don't know, so let's tell them. Neymar is the most expensive footballer in the world right now. His release clause at Barcelona was at 222 million euros. And nobody thought on earth or even in this Milky Way galaxy that somebody is going to cough out that much to pay for a single footballer. But then his buyout clause was paid by PSG. Well, Neymar paid off his buyout clause. That's the way it is, but we know where the money came from, PSG, and he went to PSG. But then before he went to PSG, he was at Barcelona. He went from Santos in Brazil to Barcelona. And at Barcelona, he came, a year after he came, Suarez came, and John Lionel Messi, and the MSN was formed. The MSN, M stood for Messi at that time, Suarez, S, and Neymar, the MSN. It's still the initial, so it stands for, if you don't mind me. And that MSN, till today, is the deadliest, fiercest, and best attacking trio in world football. I challenge you to give me a better attacking trio. I know Liverpool won the Champions League with Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino, and Mohamed Salah, but their numbers do not come close at all. Don't even go there. I remember Real Madrid's BBC that Benzema, Bale, and Ronaldo. Oh, no. Their numbers do not come close. Just remind me, okay? The MSN. This is not even a debate in Europe. It's not even a debate. These three guys contributed to 253 goals in 113 games Barcelona played in just 3.5 years at Barcelona. Just let it sink in. 253 goals in 113 games. Messi, Neymar, and Suarez. Go and watch the 2015 UEFA Champions League. You know, these are clips you can get online. Very, very easy. Just go and see that what is it called? That Champions League 2014-2015. When Barcelona was in the same group with PSG, Ajax Amsterdam, and Apoel Nicosia. Just please go and see for yourself and get back to me. The MSN scored 15 goals in the group stages alone. You know, they took 15 points from 6 games. I think the only guys that beat them was Ajax in one of the games. And then they got to the quarterfinals and met Emba. In the round of 16, they met Manchester United. Because Isifa very quickly. United did not complain. Don't worry, Miliana Kainaba. Don't worry, Faichi. They met PSG in the quarterfinals. It was 5-1 in that fixture, and I think they met Pep Guardiola's Bayern Munich in the semi-finals. 5-3 on aggregate. Because their former boss na Barcelona, you know, that year. The second 5-3 on aggregate. Pep accepted. You know, and then in the finals, Suarez scored, Neymar scored around 91st minute in the finals against Juventus. It was 3-1. Go and check. The three of them finished highest. In fact, the three of them they finished highest scorers in Europe that year, you know, but not back to back. Suarez, can I remember, had 50-something goals, was it? Yeah. Messi 40-something. Somebody, I wish Dr. Teddy will call today so he will remind me. You know, their numbers was shocking, you know, and Neymar was somewhere in the neighborhood of 30-something. Right now, if you score 30 goals this season, somebody is applauding you. These guys were scoring 50, 40, you know. And but 2015 Champions League final, there were 3 highest goal scorers in that season in the Champions League. They scored 10 goals each. 2 were from the MSN, Messi and Neymar. The third was Cristiano Ronaldo. He always make Champions League, blah blah blah, you know. But it is what it is. In fact, Neymar goes beyond club football. Neymar is the fulcrum, the soul of the Brazilian national team till today. Talking about Brazil, not one small. We're talking about one of the most successful national teams in world football. Till today, he is their biggest player. That embarrassment they got against Germany in 2014 World Cup was because Neymar did not play. That is the truth. If Neymar was there, maybe they would have been beaten, but not by that kind of scoreline. But then check your records for people who don't know him at all. He is second highest goal scorer in Brazil national team behind Pele alone, the great Pele. When you talk about football, even if you were born today, the first name you hear in football is Pele. Then you hear Maradona before you start hearing anybody. The great Pele is the only person that has scored more goals for Brazil national team than Neymar. Neymar has outscored the rest of them, from Ronaldo de Lima, that's Ronaldo the Fenomeno, the great Ronaldo, the big Brazilian Ronaldo, to Romario, to Zico, to Bebeto, to Rivaldo, to Ronaldinho, to Javinho, to all of them. Neymar has 105 goals in 186 games for Barcelona. 79 goals in 96 games for PSG. 320 career club goals, man, you mind. 507 games. Neymar can never be underrated by anybody. Neymar does not need to score a hat-trick against Istanbul Başakşehir to announce himself on the big stage. If yesterday was the first time you're seeing that side of Neymar, then welcome to football. All right, I hope I didn't take more than 2 minutes to do that. I don't know. No, his story goes bigger than this, so but just to bring our brothers up to speed. All right, another person said, huge man, why did Pep Guardiola struggle to win the Champions League at Bayern Munich? When Hansi Flick came yesterday and won the Champions League, with the players, Niko Kovac almost finished at Bayern Munich. And he's been at Manchester City for more than 3 years and is still struggling to win the Champions League again. Why is it difficult for him to win the Champions League? That was why I asked the question I asked online that on Radio Sapientia's official Facebook page, on the fan zone post before this show. I asked, why has Pep Guardiola not won the Champions League again? Last time he won it was at Barcelona. The only 2 times he won the Champions League, he won it with Barcelona. Left Barcelona, went to Bayern Munich, got all the financial backing from their hierarchy. No Champions League. Left Bayern Munich, came to Manchester City. Been getting all the backing from the Arab owners, billionaires, and no Champions League to show for it. Why? That's the question. All right. Well, there's no way to answer this one. It has to do with your own perspective. My own perspective is that, truth be told, he doesn't have Xavi Hernandez and Andres Iniesta again. People will always say he doesn't have Lionel Messi, Iniesta, and Xavi. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, Lionel Messi has all the numbers. Lionel Messi has everything. Lionel Messi is the biggest. He's everything. I don't know, but I feel when he was at Bayern Munich, he had strikers who could bring in the goals, but not having Iniesta and Xavi. For me, anybody, you're free to bring. After all, I ask the question. Go on our Facebook page and weigh in on this. So I'll read your own thoughts in a bit. But for me, I believe that Iniesta and Xavi in the midfield. My. If you know what those 2 guys are capable of. When I was looking for pictures to back up the post on our official Facebook group, I was looking for Iniesta and Xavi. I saw a lot of their pictures together, but they were in action. And then I saw that picture of the 2 of them walking away with their jerseys at their backs, and it brought back nostalgic feelings. Hey! Hey! I told you Lampard and Gerrard were very soft off the pitch, but you can never be as soft as Xavi and Iniesta. So soft. Very, very calm, very, very cool. They will never grant any interview. They will never talk down on anybody. They have only nice things to say about everybody. But then Fajidegi in a pitch, you will not touch the ball. I didn't say you will not score. You will not touch the ball all night long. And they do it effortlessly. You will not touch the ball. No. You will not touch the ball at all. In the midst of 6, 7, 8 players, they know how to wriggle out of such tight situation without tackle, without pushing anybody. You be the one tackling and touching them. These guys are mean. For me, I also asked the question. Let me see if I can see that question about these guys. Okay, let me see how I put it there. So I'll also ask it that way here on the show. Okay, I said, who do you think Pep Guardiola is missing the most right now from his old Barcelona squad? 2 options. Lionel Messi, number 1. And then the midfield pair of Xavi Hernandez and Iniesta, number 2. Like I said, this is my own opinion, no, and I'm not forcing it on anybody. If it is Leon, if you want to go outside these options, maybe you want to talk about Carlos Puyol, you want to talk about Kedofa, Samuel Eto'o Fields, you want to talk about Thierry Henry, you want to talk about well, before Sergio Busquets, he didn't even play with Yaya Toure. He threw him away from I think he played one season with him before he threw him away, and then brought in Sergio Busquets, even Gerard Piqué. You are free to tell us anybody. For me, I think he missed Xavi Hernandez and Andres Iniesta at Bayern Munich, and he's missing Xavi Hernandez and Andres Iniesta at Manchester City. And because we're talking Xavi Hernandez and Andres Iniesta right now, ladies and gentlemen, tell us your best midfield pairing. This one is not for everybody. If you don't know Neymar, then you can answer this one. You know, this particular one, bro, I'm talking about the old guards and the family, people, the football heads, people who've been there for years and years past. You know, this particular question is just for them. The question goes this way: which of these midfield pairing, because I took my time to pair what's it called, a number 10 and a number 4 that had played together before, either in the national team or in club football, you know, and I have, I think, 5 or 6 or 7 options here. I said, which of these midfield pairing do you consider the best? And if you're a manager, which of them would you start in their prime in the Champions League final? Number 1, I took the Arsenal midfield pair of number 10, Dennis Bergkamp, and number 4, Patrick Vieira. The Manchester United, Paul Scholes and Roy Keane. Paul Scholes number 10, Roy Keane number 4. Andres Iniesta and Xavi Hernandez. The stomach disease number 10, Xavi Hernandez number 4. Zinedine Zidane and Claude Makelele. Both of them also played in the national team, and they also played at Real Madrid, number 10 and number 4. Then Lampard and Michael Essien. I would have said Lampard and Claude Makelele, but I don't want to put Makelele on 2 options here. I just want to leave him with Zinedine Zidane. I paired Frank Lampard with Michael Essien. Number 10, Frank Lampard, Michael Essien, number 4. I also brought in Ronaldinho Gaucho. You know, 2005 and 2006 World Footballer of the Year, Ronaldinho. Football made easy, number 10. And Edgar Davies, number 4. That was how they started that their Barcelona story, you know. And then finally, I had to add Omonai here back home. JJ Okocha as your number 10. Sunday Elise as your number 4, you know. So just pick 2 that you can fix into your team, and you're satisfied that you can execute the Champions League final, get the result, you know, and go all the way. Then tell us why. All right, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday we saw lots and lots of Champions League games. Bayern Munich beat Lokomotiv Moscow 2-0. They are already qualified, but then Bayern Munich will never lose a game. Hans Flick, whatever it is you're doing, we're going to start a prayer against this particular Bayern Munich side. There's nothing prayers cannot do. My prayer warriors, prepare. These guys want to win another Champions League title. They are not losing to nobody. They are not taking no for an answer. Why? Because of no when Woko Nyobi Onubu, Woko Bosi Body manager. They beat Lokomotiv Moscow 2-0 yesterday at the Allianz Arena. Again, they need. My. Shout out to Diego Simeone. They went to Salzburg with his Atletico Madrid side and beat them 2-0 as well. Bayern Munich finished top of that group. Atletico Madrid came second. Inter Milan at the San Siro shamelessly played 0-0 draw with Shakhtar Donetsk. As I speak to you right now, Inter Milan are out of the Champions League and UEFA Europa League entirely. Because after Real Madrid beat Borussia Mönchengladbach at the Santiago Bernabeu 2-0, courtesy of Karim Benzema. Karim Benzema scored the 2 goals with his head. 2 awesome headers. My. After that result happened, it means that Real Madrid have qualified as the group champions, the group leaders. Borussia Mönchengladbach second, Shakhtar Donetsk UEFA Europa League, and Inter Milan back home. Also Manchester City 3-goal winners against Marseille. They qualified with FC Porto, who beat Olympiacos 2-0. Ajax Amsterdam are down to the UEFA Europa League because they lost at home at the Johan Cruyff Stadium, no, but the Netherlands 1-0 against Comunidad Municipal Atalanta. My, and then FC Midtjylland played 1-1 draw against Liverpool. Let me talk about that 1-1 draw a little, because the guy that scored the Liverpool goal, his name is Mohamed Salah. You all know Mohamed Salah. But where the problem matters is in the fact that that goal means more than just the goal that put Liverpool ahead before these guys came back. That goal means that Mohamed Salah is now Liverpool's all-time highest goal scorer in the UEFA Champions League. He beat Steven Gerrard's record with that singular goal. It was his 22nd goal in the Champions League. And the record goal scorer for Liverpool in the Champions League was Captain Steven Gerrard with 21 goals. Mohamed Salah beat that yesterday for Liverpool in his career. And he's still at Liverpool, so he's going to score more. Very quickly, let me digress a little. You know, yesterday I was talking about the King of Champions League. I told you he has won 34 goals in the Champions League. I'm talking about Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, when I said it, some people didn't appreciate it. Liverpool Football Club, highest goal scorer in the Champions League was Captain Steven Gerrard. I'm talking about a Liverpool that has 6 Champions League titles. With all those, they are great players. Kevin Keegan, Ian Rush, all those guys from the past. Their highest goal scorer in the Champions League was Captain Steven Gerrard with 21 goals in the Champions League. The whole Liverpool now, everybody now applaud. They are not celebrating. No more do his effigy everywhere in the Merseyside side of England. Every man they ever take look at their rivals. They celebrate. Oh, in the Champions, yes, we don't like them, but in the Champions League, this guy, but more, he has 21 goals. Only Cristiano Ronaldo has 134 goals in the Champions League, and he's still playing in the Champions League. Gerrard has retired. Mohamed Salah just beat Gerrard's record yesterday with 22 goals. So it means that if you add all the goals Mohamed Salah has scored for Liverpool in the Champions League, 21, add it to everything Gerrard scored. Sorry, 22 plus 21 on again, 43. You may have to add their top 20 goal scorers before you can get to this. So, when I respect this guy, know where I'm coming from. It's not like I'm being sentimental. We're talking Champions League, Europe's elite club competition. I had to do this one in low tone. Kaya late pass a lot of people anyway, but it is what it is. Gerrard became a club legend during his 17 years at Anfield, that's at Liverpool, when he scored 21 goals. And his 21st goal came against AC Milan at Istanbul. Talking about the Istanbul miracle. One of these days I'm still going to talk about. I've talked about it a lot of times, but I know a lot of people do not know that story. You know. But let me say this now. If you want me to talk about that 2005 UEFA Champions League final again, go on our Facebook page and say, "Huge man, talk about it." You know, most times when I tell a story over and over, people will be like, why do you like telling the same story over? It's because now some people are eggery and backolians. So many people do not know. We need to carry everybody out. So, see, if you want me to, I love to tell that story. If you want me to tell the story again, go there. But if you do not want the story again, just go and say, "Huge man, please, we are tired of that story." The Istanbul miracle. That was the day Gerrard became a demigod at Liverpool. But that's cool. That goal is scored there at Antatok Stadium, Istanbul. Not a good net for that stadium. You know, that goal is scored there was his 21st Champions League. He didn't score another one until he retired. Mohamed Salah beat that record yesterday. So today we're asking you, how good is Mohamed Salah on a scale of 1 to 10? And then we're asking question on strikers and their current form. If you are a manager and you have a choice to make from the list of strikers I'm going to give you right now. To play up front, just one. You already have your 4-3-3 formation. You have your outside right, outside left. Just the out-and-out striker. Based on current form right now, who is it going to be? Is it going to be Karim Benzema of Real Madrid? Mohamed Salah of Liverpool? Erling Haaland of Borussia Dortmund? Sadio Mane of Liverpool? Robert Lewandowski of Bayern Munich? Olivier Giroud of Chelsea? Harry Kane of Tottenham? Who is it going to be? Current form, out and out striker. Who's the best in the business right now? Shout out to the 16 teams that have already qualified for the round of 16 in the UEFA Champions League. From Bayern Munich to Real Madrid to Manchester City. What about Liverpool, Chelsea, Borussia Dortmund, Juventus, Paris Saint-Germain, Atletico Madrid, Borussia Mönchengladbach, FC Porto, Atalanta, Sevilla, Lazio, Barcelona, RB Leipzig. They've already qualified for the round of 16, and I tell you, on Monday, 14th of December, the round of 16 draw will be made. Then we know who is playing who, and who may go all the way. It brings me to the question, which of these teams do you think will go all the way to win the UEFA Champions League this season 2020-2021? My, oh my. Alright, today we have Mpempe UEFA Europa League Thursday night football. I know a lot of people are not interested. Even Arsenal, who are playing there, their fans are not that interested. But then my job says I should do it. So I wanted to remove it, but let me just give you selected UEFA Europa League fixture. I don't know why anybody will be playing there. Man United have gone down there as well. So from February next year, we'll be talking about Man United in this kind of aquaistic, humiliating and embarrassing fixture. CSK Sofia will take on AS Roma. Dundalk will do battle against Arsenal. Napoli will take on Real Sociedad. All these games will come by 5 minutes to 7 p.m. this evening. And then by 9 p.m. Leicester City at the King Power Stadium will host AEK Athens. Spartak Prague will take on AC Milan. And Tottenham Hotspur at the new Tottenham Stadium will host Royal Antwerp. Drop a prediction if you're interested. If you're not, Nsobwadro can go ahead and talk football. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 2 minutes to the top of the hour. That's 1:58 p.m. And this is how I say welcome.
Huge man.
All right, welcome Sapientia fans on. This is very beautiful, wonderful and awesome. Thursday afternoon, today is December the 10th, 2020. 15 days to Christmas. My, oh my. I don't know why a lot of people not preparing for Christmas this year. I asked somebody, said, Nani facility this year, coronavirus, blah, blah, blah. I've spoiled the year, so people are not. It doesn't matter. Oh, guy, you must give your wife a guy for Christmas. So before Madame, I don't know na trouser. You will get with go Christmas home was you. I'm telling you. Well, don't mind me. Welcome to your number one station radio, Sapientia Fan Zone. This is very beautiful, wonderful, and awesome Thursday afternoon, 10th of December 2020. Good to know you're there. Thank you for being there. Good afternoon to you and welcome. My name is Ifeanyi Orakwe, the hugest man alive. I am the walking, talking soccer statistics, reporting for you to 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. because I want to make you very, very happy this afternoon. Pick up your phones. Let's talk football on 090-3919-5402 or 081-86-555-184. Yeah, so lots of people are feeling the magic in the air already. Somebody is here. Hello, good afternoon to you. What's your name?
Powerful afternoon to you. We just want to like.
Thank you very much. Yeah, what's your name, sir?
Michael the Great, the Empire of Stafford Bridge.
Thank you very much.
You live and direct from main market in Onitsha right now.
God bless you, my brother. The Chelsea fan.
Of course.
Okay. Real Madrid qualified yesterday. You called the show yesterday, right?
Of course, I did.
Did you give Real Madrid a chance?
Of course, I told you they are going to qualify.
Okay, so you were not surprised yesterday?
I was not surprised.
You knew it was going to happen?
I knew that. I knew that from the bottom of my heart.
But then Inter Milan came last. Bam, bam. They didn't even qualify for UEFA Europa League. And your former manager, Antonio Conte, is their current manager. I don't know. Why did people sell Okwa to Inter Milan?
I felt very sorry to Antonio Conte in that club. I was not expecting that kind of results from him yesterday.
At all.
For him to go down from Champions League, down from Europa League, now at home at
he went home.
He went home entirely. At least one goal should have done something meaningful in their life yesterday. But
exactly.
We have to take.
Will you exchange him with Frank Lampard right now? Him being an experienced manager, would you bring him back to Chelsea and send Lampard the other way?
No, I don't think so, because this Italian manager has always do something that's very, very crazy sometimes. No.
Very stubborn people.
No way.
All right, thank you very much. Very, very quickly. Let's get your best striker right now on current form, Champions League game. Who would you play up front? I'm going to give you options right now. Is it Karim Benzema, Mohamed Salah, Erling Haaland, Sadio Mane, Lewandowski, Marcus Rashford, Olivier Giroud, and Harry Kane? Who's it going to be?
I think I should go for Robert Lewandowski.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll do it. He'll get the job done without any stress.
Okay, who amongst these people will sit on your bench?
I think I'll have Giroud in my bench.
Who?
Giroud.
Don't worry, don't explain further. Because you know, when you talk about current form, some people don't understand. Like somebody sent a message, because I was reading the messages before I started the show on our Facebook page. You said, "Huge man, why are you mocking Marcus Rashford? He's not an out-and-out striker, blah blah blah." When Rashford is the highest goal scorer in the Champions League with 6 goals, in fact, he's at par with Erling Haaland and who are now they're up there, you know. And when you talk about current form, right, it's about who is delivering right now. And for Manchester United, the highest goal scorer in the Champions League now is Marcus Rashford. But a Man U fan didn't even understand that. But you as a Chelsea fan, you understand the fact that Olivier Giroud, current form, has outscored a lot of strikers in world football right now, and he continues scoring. You can't even bet against him this weekend against Everton. You know? Yeah. Well, that's commendable on your side. Thank you very much, my brother. Very quickly, I don't know if you can weigh in on this. When did you start watching football? Like, give me a year. Let me see if I'm going to ask you this one or skip it.
Okay. I don't follow you football like...
just give me a year you can defend, though.
I say 2000. Although I was not in any club, I did not belong to any club, I did not join any club.
Okay, from 2000. All right, 2000 is, yeah, you can answer this one. From 2000, because all these players were playing at that time. All right. Tell me the midfield pair you consider the best in the business in the 21st century. Between Patrick Vieira and Dennis Bergkamp, that's number 1. Paul Scholes and Roy Keane. Number 2, Andres Iniesta, Xavi Hernandez. Number 3, Zinedine Zidane, Claude Makélélé. Number 4, Frank Lampard, Michael Essien. Number 5, Ronaldinho, Edgar Davids. Number 6, J.J. Okocha, Sunday Olise. Number 7. Who do you think qualifies for that tag, best defensive pair, midfield pair in the 21st century?
Okay. I think I should go for Makélélé and Zidane.
Makélélé and Zinedine Zidane.
Yeah,
I salute your choice, my brother. No, the two of them will be out of Makembo too. Thank you very much for calling again, my brother. We heard from you yesterday and you're here again today. Come market. Season.
Everywhere is very, very tight.
Okay, when I was go season. So I don't know. In the market, I just believe you go this period. Thank you very much for calling, my dear brother. Somebody else is here. Hello. Good afternoon to you. What's your name? Hello. Hello. You're whispering, my brother. I'm struggling to hear you. Please.
Good
afternoon. Speak up. Speak up. Let's hear you, sir.
Okay.
All right.
I can hear you.
Now, what's your name?
My name is Mayor.
Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Mayor Wolves, is today your first time on the show?
No, I've been calling before.
You've called before?
Yes, sir.
Tell us the football club you're supporting.
I'm a Chelsea fan.
A Chelsea fan. Good to have you on the show.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. First of all, you guys are already through to the round of 16. You did it very easily. Took almost maximum point. I think you drew just 2 games against Sevilla and Krasnodar. You won the rest.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, your highest goal scorer in the Champions League this season is Olivier Giroud. The same Olivier Giroud that all of us were calling Madame Giroud here on the show. You people didn't like him. People were saying throw him away, blah, blah, blah. Tammy Abraham is better. Are you also talking from the other side of your mouth right now on Olivier Giroud, sir?
For where I will not try such now.
So what do you think about him and his performances in recent times?
Giroud is doing very, very well now. The guy is a top striker now.
Okay. So in your game against Everton, because your next game is against Everton, a game that's not going to be easy for Chelsea. Yeah. Tell me the 3 players you would want Frank Lampard to play up front.
Okay.
Listen, Ziyech is back from injury. Christian Pulisic replaced Ziyech in your last EPL game because he got injured, but he's back right now. So give me the attacking trio you would want Lampard to play.
Okay. Even I mean, I will put that 3 front line. Pulisic, within the name.
Timo Werner.
Giroud and Giroud and Ziyech. That 3 front.
You will not play Timo Werner?
No. You could come from bench.
Wow. That Timo Werner, where they try well.
Yeah, they try well, but I will keep him for bench.
No, I get the kind goal where the guy chopped for your last game. Remind me your last EPL game. Because that game won by in the Premier League.
The kind of goal where they eat now.
Remind me that last game he played in the Premier League. Now, who did he play against? The one, the guy in front of goal. In fact, he was defending for the other team. Because that ball he missed, if he had not put his leg there, would have entered into the post. He hit it on. He hit it. Who did he play against? I've forgotten the team you guys played. This last game you played now, have you forgotten too? I think Kendo Nobaya. Sorry, my brother, but you won't play Timo Werner at all. You start him from the bench.
Yeah.
All right. Very quickly, Real Madrid qualified yesterday. Before their game, did you give them any chance? Be honest. Do you think they were going to do it?
Yeah, they can do it now because those people when they use eye, they see that you're Chelsea.
Okay, Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But your brothers, Manchester United, are down in the UEFA Europa League.
Don't mind those people. It's not talk people. They don't see them now.
Tell me the truth. Did you watch their game or you heard the result? Man United against RB Leipzig.
No, I don't watch it.
Okay, you heard the result.
Yeah.
As soon as you heard that 3-1, what was your reaction? Yeah, I think you ran out of airtime. Sorry, call back. Let's complete that conversation. Hello, good afternoon to you. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Chelsea.
Yeah, thank you. Another Chelsea fan. Wow.
Hello?
What's your name?
This is Tego Silva Pato, the church guy.
I know. I heard your voice. 4 straight callers, 4 straight Chelsea fans. That's our problem with you people on the show. Once you're doing well, you dominate the show, You don't allow any other person to call. You call and make all the noise in the world. Where are you, Pato? That place is kind of noisy. Are you in the church?
Yeah, too noisy. I'm up here and now which man? Can't talk about the car to the trouble.
Hold on. In an OP worker, when I make call, are you sure your phone is safe? Can the vigilante and anywhere around there? All right, thank God.
Yeah.
Just when I know for nobody man no give you the phone. Nobody. All right, Pato, did you call? You called yesterday, right?
I called yesterday, but network did not allow me to have conversation with you.
Where did we stop yesterday? Let's start from there before we go into what we have today.
No, you are just only saying hello.
Okay. Thank you, Pato. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked every single Chelsea fan that called yesterday about the fact that Kepa Arrizabalaga considered a goal in your last Champions League game, but then some Chelsea fans are saying that you now go by the name Thiago Silva, right?
Yes, you are correct.
They are saying that if Thiago Silva was in front of Kepa Arrizabalaga all this while, that he would have still kept the same clean sheets Mendy is keeping. What do you think about that?
Capital lie.
You said?
Capital lie.
You said it's a lie.
It's a very big lie. I think that we conceive goal any day.
Doesn't matter the defense in front of him, protecting him.
No, they will conceive goal.
Oh. So for you, the guy should leave Chelsea, bam bam.
So, for peace to reign.
For peace to reign, he should leave Chelsea. All right, thank you very much. Before the Madrid game, tell us the truth. Did you give them any chance?
Before God and before man, I give them Madrid the chance.
You knew they were going to do it before the game started.
I know they were going to do it.
Okay.
When you talk about big side, who will take a man away from the big side? Who will take a man?
But Manchester United, you're very good brothers. We are also in the same situation, but they couldn't do it. In fact, they needed only a draw.
Only to qualify. Imagine that. Because Manchester United tell me this that they are there among the big team now. Can't believe it now.
No, at all. No.
Manchester get draw and qualify. They can't even get draw.
Only draw.
Ah.
All right, you guys packaged one Okwaistic man and sold to Inter Milan. His name is Antonio Conte. Conte did not even qualify for the UEFA Europa League. Him and his old BC striker, Romelu Lukaku, packed their bags with their radio sets and went back to Italy yesterday after the goalless draw with Shakhtar Donetsk. Were you surprised by that result? Hello, Pato. And this man is calling from OP Worker. Are you sure Nando Budake move rough on this guy? I warned him not to make calls from OP Worker. That place is not